Today we'll be talking to psychologist Arti Shroff. Arti, first can you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
My name is Arti Shroff and I'm a psychologist. I practice in Mumbai and I work with individuals with mental health issues.
So the reason why I have come to interview Arti is because I met her almost a year and a half back when I was dealing with major issues of anxiety, where it was really affecting my day-to-day activities. And she introduced me to this, I don't know if I can call it, I guess a practice called mindfulness. So Arti, can you please tell us what is mindfulness?
Today we're talking about mindfulness. Mindfulness is being able to be present in the current moment without judgment. Mindfulness is very effective for treating symptoms of depression and anxiety. It is scientific and evidence-based. Research started on mindfulness in the mid-80s. However, mindfulness has been around since the time of Gautam Buddha. It has origins in Buddhist, Hindu, and Christian religion and philosophy.
So Arti, what are the different ways of practicing mindfulness and how does it help?
A simple way of practicing mindfulness would be a deep breathing technique. So taking in and out deep breaths and focusing on your breath. When you do that, you'll notice that your mind is wandering and you have all these thoughts coming to your mind. And all you have to do is focus your attention back on your breath. You'll notice that this keeps happening. Your mind keeps wandering. And again, you'll have to bring your attention back to your breath. Going back and forth from your thoughts to your breath is a practice that is cultivated over time, and eventually it is an acquired skill. So mindfulness is a skill that requires a lot of practice. And when that skill is acquired, it is proven to be very beneficial in helping you with anxiety, depression, concentration, pain management, and your productivity.
So Arti, can you tell us a little bit more about the breathing practices?
A very simple mindfulness technique is simply focusing on your breath, breathing in and out. When you notice that your mind is wandering and you feel distracted with thoughts, bring your attention back to your breath and keep doing that till over time it becomes a practice. Another really good mindfulness technique is called 747. In this technique, we are also deep breathing and focusing on our breath. However, this time we're also paying more attention on counting. So what you have to do is take in deep breaths at the count of 7. Hold your breath at the count of 4 and release your breath and exhale again at the count of 7. Another very good technique is called a mindful bell technique. What happens here is that you identify something, for example, a red light, a mobile notification, a doorknob, a staircase, anything you like, as a reminder of you being mindful. Over time, your mindful bell will automatically associate with you being mindful.
Tell us a little bit about mindfulness and food.
Eating, for example, savoring food is a mindfulness technique. When we savor food, we're using all of our 5 senses. We're using our vision, our sense of smell, taste, and touch to savor what we eat, and as a result become more mindful about what we're eating. For example, it takes 20 minutes for our gut to send a message to our brain once we start eating that we are full. So just imagine if you gobble down your food in 5 minutes, even though you've eaten just about enough, you may still feel hungry and grab for something extra which you don't need. But when you're eating mindfully, when you take your time and you're savoring your food, you're not in a rush. So mindful eating prevents you from overeating. It makes you feel more satisfied and less dissatisfied, and hence you don't have to reach for those extra portions, to continuously eating until you feel satisfied.
Can you please share a case where mindfulness has helped any of your clients?
There was a lady who came to me in her mid-20s. She was working as a lawyer, and she said that throughout the day she was functioning pretty fine. But when she would go home and go to bed at night, she complained that she found it very difficult to fall asleep because she had a lot of anxious thoughts that prevented her from sleeping. So one technique I suggested to her was again the mindful bell, but this time the mindful bell was the sound of her clock. Because when she was sleeping and she had her eyes closed, the only thing she could hear was the sound of the clock. So she would focus on the sound of the clock, and every time she would find her mind wandering, she would focus her mind back to the ticking of the clock. And over a period of time, after she was practicing this every day, the sound of the clock would automatically make her fall asleep.
Arti, I generally end my interviews with generally telling people that, good meeting you and hope to see you again. But I'll definitely tell you, good meeting you, but I hope I don't ever see you again. But it's always nice to go to a counselor. But hopefully one should empower themselves to hopefully deal with the issues. But taking initial help is obviously always very helpful. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.